here this week. We're going to run through some of the teams. Let's start with the Crusaders. And the riders we've got this week, Molly Ash, Peter LEONE, Charlie Jacobs. Just give me a little overview of that team.
You know, that's an interesting team. You know, Molly Ash has a great string of horses. Charlie Jacobs, you know, he can be as fast as anyone. And Peter LEONE, you know, he was on the sideline for a couple of years, but he's built up a great string. So, you know, it's kind of a wild card team, I'd say.
And the Lucky Charms, the three riders in there with Shane Sweetnam, Lacey Gilbertson and Jordan Coyle.
Yeah, you know, this is an unbelievable team. We've got, you know, the three Irish men and the three American women. Anytime you have Shane and Jordan riding together in 1 week, I think you better watch out. Lacey's got some fast horses. She's, you know, she won a 3-star Grand Prix earlier this year, and yeah, this is a team that could definitely contend for the podium.
Diamond Devils, Erin Ballard of Canada, Natalie Dean and Kristen van der Veen of the USA. I mean, speed right down at the end with Kristen.
Yeah, you know, this is one of my sort of hometown teams, I'd say. We got two Canadians on this team, and Erin and Sam Walker, and I know Erin's riding this week. This is a dangerous team. You know, they've also got Niall Nassar, who's I'm sure going to pop in and cause some problems for the other teams. But with Kristen, with Natalie, you know, this is going to be a fast team. I'm looking forward to this, guys.
We've headed down to Mexico, the Atomi Warriors, with Julio David Vaina, with John Perez, actually, of Colombia, and Nicolas Bizarro of Mexico. You've got an Olympic rider in there as well. They're making up a different team, and again, gives the wide view of this whole concept.
Yeah, you know, this is a group of riders, aside from Nicolas Bizarro, that I'm not that familiar with. You know, they compete a lot in Mexico and on the west coast of Canada. Daniel Rion is team manager on this team. You know, he's actually helping us run the Atomi leg of this tour. And, you know, I know Nicolas is going to be fast. He's got a great group of horses right now. John Perez has had some good Grand Prix results this year. And Julio David Viner, he's kind of an amateur coming up through the ranks, so I'm looking forward to see what he can do this year.
AIM United, and again, a good mix of nations in here, which is fun. This time, though, it's going to be Israel and the USA. Sydney Shulman, Catherine Tyree, Andrew Wells.
Yeah, and AIM is America, Israel, Mexico, because that's kind of what made up this group of riders who came together. This week, again, yeah, they're riding Sydney, they're riding Brian and Andrew Wells. Again, another competitive group of horses, another competitive group of riders. You know, definitely a team that's going to contend all year.
The next team we move on to is the funnily named Eye Candy. Eye Candy with, well, a good Canadian influence this time. You've got Amy Miller, you've got Jacqueline Steffens, and we go over to Ireland with Paul O'Shea. But Eye Candy, don't be deceived, they've got a strong group there.
Yeah, and another team with two Canadian, which I love to see. It's great to see. Great to see the Canadians get out here and support these events. You know, Erica Hadfield, who manages this team, is one of the most energetic owners in all of show jumping, and she's got a heck of a squad this year. You know, Amy Miller's got a great group of horses. Jacqueline Steffens has really had probably her best year of her career, and Paul O'Shea's been in the top 50 in the world for the last number of years. So this is a heck of a team.
A lot of depth in the first round here in Traverse City as we go on to the Blazing Sevens. And again, some youth in there too. Chandler Meadows, the USA, and teamed up with Brazilian Rodrigo Lambre and Nicolette Hurt of the USA. So it's a mix of age and experience and also youth coming through.
Yeah, and I was surprised this week that Lauren Huff is sitting out leg one. She's also on this team. She's sitting out leg one. So we've got two amateurs, and obviously Rodrigo Lambre is quite strong. This will be interesting to see. You know, Chandler Meadows has some fantastic horses. Nicolette Hurt, I'm not that familiar with her group of horses yet. I'm sure I will be as the season goes on. And I think Rodrigo was third in this first two-star event to start us off. So, you know, he's here ready to play.
And the final team ready to play are well, I hope they're fast because they're called the Roadrunners. And it's representing the Desert Horse Park over to the West Coast. Erin Davis Heineking, Kaitlin Campbell, and Kyle King.
Yeah, and this team actually also has Adrian Sternlick and McLean Ward, so it's quite a stacked team. McLean and Adrian are not here as they had some Olympic requirements, and they were stuck in Europe for a bit. So, you know, the Roadrunners are going with sort of their, you know, Kyle, who's won the biggest Grand Prix in the world at any point in time, and then Kaitlin and Erin, who are sort of, you know, younger riders with some great horses. So, you know, this team is probably a dark horse this week, but, you know, definitely strong enough to jump up and be at the top of the podium as well.